Isagi is him! But he was not always like that. From the time he started at Blue Lock till now, we are going to analyze his journey and the many skills he acquired along the way. This is the growth of Isagi. Isagi's journey at Blue Lock starts off with his first test, the game of tag. Unfortunately for Isagi, he is the second lowest ranked in the room, so he does what any self-respected loser would do and tries to eliminate the weakest person there. Igarashi. He even gets the chance to knock out an injured Igarashi, but here's where the first change occurs. He discerned that he came to Blue Lock to become stronger and knocks out Kira, aiming up for the first time. This is the first recorded win for Isagi. In Team Z's match against Baro is the first recorded instance of Isagi's eyes developing. This is where Isagi meets the king, and he's the only one that notices that Baro gathers the team together by exerting his superior striker capabilities. In the concluding moments of the match, Isagi sees the best passing option for just a moment, and he passes to Kunigami, assisting him and making the final score 5-1, the first time Isagi smelled a goal. After this match, Ego explains to the team the nature of finding your weapon, and that is the key to passing the first selection. Second matchup, Isagi vs Okawa. In the match of Team Y vs Team Z, Isagi notices Team Y's counter tactic first. He could sense the danger on the field and could see that the real danger on the field was Nico and not Oikawa. So this matchup was not Isagi vs Oikawa, but Nico vs Oikawa. Isagi noticed the similarities between Nico and himself and beat him. He read what his past self would do and evolved past it by stealing the last pass. Here is where Isagi first uses his direct shot to score a goal. Isagi went from a level 0 to a level 1 crook. Yeah, let's go. This match Isagi got the skill direct shot. After the match, when reviewing the footage with Chigiri notes that he is using his spatial awareness instinctively, and he notes that when Isagi is able to use his spatial awareness consciously, it would be an unrivaled weapon. Foreshadowing! Team Z vs Team W. In terms of development, there's not much to talk about here, but I gotta give Isagi props for being the very first to notice that Kuon was betraying Team Z. And on top of that, he assisted Chigiri. After the third match, Ego speaks about a formula of a goal, making a goal reproducible. This gets Isagi thinking and makes him seek out the king for help. Here is where the first matchup between Baro the king and Isagi starts. Look, Baro obviously raw dogs him, but after baiting Baro to play him one more time, Isagi learns that Baro needs certain conditions to be met for optimal scoring probability, a goal formula. Absolute weapon times situation is a lot of goals. Isagi notices one problem: spatial awareness doesn't directly translate to goals. The next objective is to find the last piece in the match against Team V. This is the match where Isagi goes from level 1 crook to level 100 boss. This is the match where Isagi awakens. In the heated moments of the match, when the score was 3-4, Isagi's spatial awareness really started cooking. He realized that the most dangerous person on the field was Nagi, but he could not read his movements, so he sensed the weakest spot on the field and intercepted the pass. Then he foresaw all the events leading up to Kunigami's goal, making it 4-4. After that, he orchestrated a near-perfect counter and finally finds his last piece to his goal formula, scoring a direct shot, winning the match for Team Z. This Isagi awakened from level 1 to level 2, giving him a formula for goals and even impressing the genius Nagi, upgrading his sense of a goal to spatial awareness in the process. The next 10 days, Team Z is prohibited from touching balls. I can't imagine a harder thing for a Blue Lock player. And they do 10 days of physical training before the second selection starts. And look at that, Isagi has some confidence now. Okay, I see you. In the first stage of the second selection, Isagi refines his direct shot and gains experience in situations in front of the goal. He also realizes that your boy is alone and that things were mad easy for him with his teammates. After clearing the first stage, Isagi's direct shot leveled up to direct shot version 2. Next matchup, Rin vs Isagi. In this match, Isagi gets put in his place. Rin outclasses him with spatial awareness and definitely with physical abilities. This is also the first match where Isagi talks some shit. Before Rin completely stomps him and takes his girlfriend, he notes that Isagi should learn how human eyes work. Baro versus Isagi. In this match, Isagi was kind of having a hard time, especially since he still does not have the high scoring ability like his peers. He does figure out that he and Naruhaya are two mediocre players who lack the opposite things. Naruhaya can get to the goal easily, but can't finish it. But Isagi can score when he is in range, but does not have the means to get there. So the first person to overcome their weak points and master one-on-one play wins. After Naruhaya beats Isagi in a one-on-one and then assists Baro to score the 4-3, Isagi realized that Naruhaya was in his blind spot and that a one-on-one does not mean you have to have control over the ball. Off the ball movement. In the last play, a counter arises and Isagi devours Naruhaya's play and beats Baro using his off-the-ball movement and his own direct shot in tandem, raising his level from average Joe and stepping into the territory of the geniuses. After beating Team Baro, Isagi learned that he can devour other players and use people's blind spot against them, and acquired the skill off-the-ball movement, plus his new title, Genius of Adaptability. This Isagi awakened from level 2 to level 4. Next match, Team Isagi vs Team Red and Baro. Here Isagi tests his new skills where he combines his off-the-ball movement and spatial awareness. And now Isagi can keep up with Nagi's movement. He can see way more scoring possibilities. Here Isagi creates his first chemical reaction with Nagi, scoring the 2-1. After Baro's refusal to cooperate, Isagi decides to devour Baro's place and uses his movement as bait for his opponents. Isagi's spatial awareness really outclassed everyone in this match. This is also the moment where he made the king kneel. After this match, Isagi just gained XP using his leveled up spatial awareness and understood how to adapt in a match. So from now to the end of the video, I'm just gonna call him Himsagi. Next matchup, Himsagi vs Rin. Throughout this match, Himsagi realizes that his vision is absolutely cracked and that Rin's vision is on par with his. The difference is that Rin's physique is way better, so he arrives at the ball earlier. Himsagi gets some XP from planning and using his spatial awareness and always being alert. In the key moments of the match, Bachira evolved and pushed himself, making him an unpredictable piece. Himsagi saw Bachira change and went after a different Bachira, an option that the old Bachira would never take. Something truly special happened. In that moment, Himsagi's play truly surpassed Rin's, so he blocked Bachira's shot and the loose ball landed right at Rin's feet. The match concluded with Rin scoring. Himsagi beat Rin, but Rin won the match. Since technically he lost, I'll temporarily strip Isagi from the Himsagi title. After this match, Isagi's spatial awareness went up a little bit because he beat Rin. He can improvise better and he put luck in the framework of his mind. And he got a new skill, the back heel direct shot. Isagi went from a level 4 to a level 6. So, starting out from 0, Isagi acquired the scent of a goal in the first match. Later, in the second match, he used his first direct shot. The next match against Team V is where he upgraded his scent of a goal to spatial awareness. After that, in the second selection is where he devoured Naruhaya and gained the ability off the ball movement. And lastly, he showed his superior vision on the field in both matches against Team Red and Team Rin, concluding Season 1 with the last piece of knowledge put into the framework of his mind, luck. Our boy sure came far, huh? Here, unfortunately, I have to say goodbye to the anime onlys for now. So yeah. Wait, before you leave. Come on, man. Come on. You know what to do. Come on. Come on. You watched this far. You might as well. Come on. In the first match of third selection, Isagi learns that his stamina and physical stats are way behind his spatial awareness, causing him to arrive too late at the ball and getting left in the dust. So Hiyori instructs him to move by reflex, reversing his way of operating from seeing, thinking, and moving to moving, thinking, and seeing, by trusting his intuition and moving by reflex. In that moment, Ego also notes that Isagi reached flow. This match taught Isagi the concept of flow and reflex. Reflex, an act of meeting all conditions of a complex task at high speed. Isagi went from a nice level 6 to a nicer level 7. In the under 20 match, Isagi plays decent for the most part, nothing particularly special, but towards the end of the match, after orchestrating a fantastic play, Sae notes that Isagi is the heart of Blue Lock. At the end of the match, Isagi trusted that Rin would beat Sai and found a place where all his goal conditions were met by utilizing Reflex, and the ball came there by coincidence, mirroring what Rin did in second selection and grabbing the last puzzle piece, luck. This match is a continuation of what he learned at third selection about Reflex and flow state. On top of that, he also used what he learned about creating luck to his advantage. Isagi went from a pretty good level 7 to a juicy level 8. At the beginning of the Neo Egoist League, Isagi's stats are way lower than that of the players of Bastard München, but after 10 days of training, his physical stats went up a bit. In the match of Barca vs Bastard München, Isagi started to download data from Kaiser playing football, straight into his brain. Isagi notes that Kaiser's playstyle is him idealized, and here is a hint of a special ability brewing. This match, Isagi set the groundwork for his biggest upgrade yet. In the match against Manshine City, Isagi committed to studying Kaiser, and after the 1-1 everyone was gushing over the Kaiser impact, but Isagi noticed what's truly important. Why does this guy have such weird eyes? No, something besides that. He saw that Kaiser is constantly inputting new information from his peripheral vision, allowing him to see the best possible place at any given time to be. After trying that for himself, Isagi's spatial awareness gets to a new level called meta vision, propelling his vision to the same level as Kaiser's. At the end of the match, Isagi realizes that everyone in Blue Lock thinks of themselves as the protagonist. That sense of egocentrism allows them to evolve and reach flow state. It also guides their actions. In order to reach maximum performance, egocentrism is necessary. Isagi realizes he can analyze everyone's egocentrism and then calculate where they intersect. By doing that, he can predict one's next move. After realizing all of this and getting help from Kurina and Noah, Isagi dethroned Kaiser by assisting Yukimiya. I mean, technically he didn't beat him as a striker, he beat him as a playmaker, but you get my point, right? This match, Isagi leveled up his spatial awareness to metavision, an upgrade so big it puts him on track to becoming the best player in the world. Isagi went from a juicy level 8 to a magnificent level 9. Nah, I'm just kidding. Level 11! After this match and training, you can see a stark difference from Isagi from the past and current Isagi. He keeps up with Raichi in stamina, he beats one of the former top 6 in Blue Lock in a one-on-one, and he beats Igarashi. I mean, they didn't show it, but I would assume he did. But the thing he needs to make Kaiser fully submit is to beat Kaiser as a striker. From that moment, he realizes he needs one more piece. After training with the boys, Isagi noticed that his friends didn't completely change their playstyle, but rather made minor adjustments. So in the 2-on-2 that day, he realized he can level up his direct shot while sharpening a secondary weapon that complements it. After that training session, Isagi gets a new weapon, left foot direct shot, putting him at a glorious level 12. As of the writing of this video, this is all Isagi has learned from Blue Lock. As you can see, these videos take a lot of effort to make, and it would mean the world to me if you subscribe. Have a blessed rest of the day, and Sai out.